Hey guys, today I'm going to work on a stored procedure with crystal reports. But first, check out www.battleshipcobra.com. I have an SQL for SAP Business One course and a crystal reports for SAP Business One course. It'll take you from knowing nothing to being great with it. And it is online, self-paced. You watch lectures and you do exercises. I walk you through all the steps and it's a grand old time. If you like these videos, please click like. If you want to see more videos, please subscribe. If you want to share them to a friend, that'd be awesome. And if you want to join the notification squad, that's the highest rank, you can click the little bell next to the subscribe down at the bottom and you'll get an email every time I make a new video. I make new videos weekly on Mondays at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks for watching. Let's get back to the video. People have asked me to do a little bit more complicated crystal report build and how to use stored procedures to work with a crystal report. So the question is, what's the point of a stored procedure? Well, if you took my SQL for SAP Business One course, you would know that. There's a lecture on that. But an SQL stored procedure allows you to run a procedure and output the information how you want. You can build your own variables. You can build your own tables. It basically does a procedure. A view is just a modified table built of a query, but a stored procedure allows you to set dynamically your variables and then use those variables, or you can use cursors, you can use tables, you can make temp tables, you can put information into those temp tables. So I'm going to do one that's not really a huge example, but it is a good example of how you would start with a stored procedure and just walking you through it and getting more comfortable with it. So let's go. So the first thing you're going to need is a stored procedure. So what are we going to do here? We're going to go Tools, Queries, Query Generator. We're just going to grab some basic stuff. So we're going to do like a sales analysis, OINV tab. This might be a little bit messy because I'm just going to do it how it is. I didn't really test it too much. So we're going to take doc number, card code, card name. We're going to go, let's put status in here. Let's go doc total. And I want, where's doc date? Doc date, doc due date, and yeah, let's just call it that, okay? So we're gonna run that. Perfect. So we're gonna take that, select, we're gonna go into our thing here. SQL Server Management Studio. This is basically the same in HANA. It's not identical, but it's pretty darn close. So you're going to go here. We're going to go to SAP Business One. First, we're just going to build the query. So we're going to take this. Do this. Okay, we're going to format it. So we're going to do this. This is just super basic. What we're going to do is we're going to union it. So union means it's going to return all the results from this table. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use ORIN. So how do I know this is OINV and ORIN? In here, we're going to say view, system information, modules, sales. I want to pull all the invoices and all the credit memos. So if you push your view, system information, and you hold your mouse over any of these fields, you're going to see in the very bottom left corner of the SAP screen says OINV.cardcode. I know that the main table is OINV.cardcode. You go to credit memo. In the credit memo, you're going to hold your mouse over there, ORIN. So again, I'm going pretty fast here. Take my SQL for SAP Business One course. I cover everything in much more detail, where to find data and all that stuff. Okay, so I'm going to pull all of the invoices and all of the credit memos. So I want to give it some sort of indicator of type. So I'm just going to be sneaky about this, and I'm just going to make a string, and I'm just going to say invoice. I'll just say as type just to make it easy. Not everybody's going to know. You don't need as, but whatever. And then, so because I need the same column here in this one, I'm going to add this. Then I'm going to say this is a credit. This needs now a comma, and let's run it. Okay, so it pulls all these invoices and all these credits in order. So what do you need to do here with the document total when it's a credit? You need to make it negative. So you just put that negative, enter, and then you go here and you now see that the doc total on any of those credits is negative. So now you're saying, well, how do I make this work with Crystal Reports? Well, you could do this as a command. It's true. You could also do this as a view. That's true. But the purpose of this is to show you what it would look like as a stored procedure. So let's do that. To do a stored procedure, click here, Programmability, Stored Procedure, right click, New, Stored Procedure. Blubbity blubbity, it's going to make it for that. So create procedure. So we're going to say FCSDK sales analysis. Okay, so we're going to just, that's the name of it. Then we're going to make two parameters. So we're going to say at, from date, date, time, and we'll just get rid of all the rest. At, to date, date, time. Okay, so the cool thing is when you have, you can set these inputs and then it will basically take what you have for the sales analysis plus these inputs, then it can do all sorts of crazy stuff in the stored procedure based on those inputs. You could put 20 inputs, you could put 0 inputs, it does something. You could go update tables, it could make tables, it could do all sorts of stuff, add records to UDTs, it could create temporary tables, massage the data and run through them. You could do whatever you want. In this case, I'm just going to tell it to pass through the from date and the to date, and then it'll just return X records from the system. Oops, so I need my whole query here. Copy this, put this in here. Make sure everything is good. I'll just go here. Oops. Shift, I guess Shift Tab doesn't work in here. Get rid of that. Okay, so we're going to say OINV be where to.docDate between at from date and at to date. Okay. So I'm going to take the same thing and I'm going to put this for the credit memos. So we can say pull credit memo information, and then we can say pull AR invoice information. Okay, so it's going to basically run. You're going to execute this, runs with these, and then it's going to put those into there, and then it's just going to return the results of that query. So there's so much more you can do. This is as simple as I can make it. Execute that. So you can push execute, or you can push F5, and now this procedure will exist in the database. Okay, so refresh here. Refresh, then you could see it in the database, SAP Business One, or SAP Business Objects, Programmability, Stored Procedure. Scroll down, FCSDK, went too far. FCSDK sales analysis. Okay, so you can see that it's here. If you ever need to edit it, you can go right click, script stored procedure as alter to new query window. This will start an alter query, and then you can just edit this whenever you want. The easiest way to execute it is to just go new query, exec, what did I call it? FCSDK sales analysis, right? Just double check. Well, I can check this. FCSDK sales analysis. Then we're going to put parameter 1. And then parameter 2. Here. And then we're going to execute it. So it's going to feed in those, and then it's going to return everything we have here. So let's edit this stored procedure. Actually, we can go back to the creation, change this to alter, and then we'll go doc status. What do we have? O's and C's. Okay, so we're going to convert that. So this will be case, doc status, when O, then open, else closed, end as doc status. Same thing. So we want it for both of them. Execute. That alters it. Now let's execute it again. Perfect. So doc status now shows open or closed. So we have basically everything we need to do our Crystal report now. So we're going to start a new one. Start Crystal reports up. We're going to do a blank report. We're going to connect to this one's probably the one. SAP B1. Go here. SAP Business Objects. Next. Finished. So we've connected. If you don't have a connection here, again, check my Crystal reports for SAP Business One course. I use OLADB ADO and I connect there. It's slightly different for HANA, but for now I'm going to use Business Objects, DBO, Stored Procedures, and I'm going to scroll down to my FC SDK sales analysis. This is going to ask me, give me the date time, so I'm just going to give it to whatever. It's probably going to return no data for this example, but it's going to add it to the report. So now it's added to the report. Boom. The cool thing about this is it's already added the parameters that you need, and it already has the fields that you need. So whatever you're doing there, it's already going to take those inputs from SAP, then it's going to output them right into the report. So we're going to make a super simple report. Page header, let's just go type doc num status, doc date, due date. Let's shrink these up a little bit. Same width. I'll just go card name and doc total. Okay, so let's go, and then we'll go insert text object. We'll have a Mike sales analysis. Okay, make this up a little bit, bold it, make this here, do this, align those, that's good. Let's copy all these and we'll align the tops there. That's cool. Port footer's fine, these are fine. Let's just skim these up a little bit here, put these here. I don't like that these have the underlining lines. Let's just put this line across here. Okay, I also hate these things. I'm just gonna get rid of all these rulers except for the far left and right ones. Then we're gonna right click. We get no information. We can right click again, prompt for a new, or sorry, press F5 for reload. My courses don't go this fast, okay guys? I'm doing this really, really fast. This is an example. Oh, don't set these to null. So we want this to be, let's just go back, I don't know, let's go back here. Way back, okay? And then we'll go this year, not null, and then we'll pick that. Okay, wow, so we have all these different things here. Right click, doc due date, we're gonna set this to short format, right click, format painter on there. So we have all these things, great, wow, that's so cool. Then on the report footer, we're not gonna put anything there, but on the page footer, we'll put this here. Right click this, size, it's at 0. So we're gonna put that at 0, so that's great. So that'll make it look a little nicer, and it looks even better. Whoops, and we're gonna go here, we're gonna use a special field. We're gonna go page N of M. Put this here, we're just cooking with gas here. Where's the thing? Okay, cool, we're looking pretty good. So we're gonna format this doc num, so we want this to be here. A little trick here is to customize it. Negatives, you're never gonna have negatives, so just do that. It makes it easier to format. Put that left here. So we could say type, then we can go doc, no, doc, or we could just say status, doc date, call this ship date, customer name, and doc total. Perfect. So that's amazing. We've done that. We'll save that. We'll go sales analysis. And I'm actually going to just save that on my desktop. Okay, so we have that. We'll do a total at the end. So we'll say report footer. We'll take that. We'll put this and we'll align this to 0 again. Then we'll take doc total, insert summary at the report footer sum. And we will go, wow, we'll put that there. So now we have a nice total of everything that we have there. So that's pretty cool. We can go report, record sort expert, and then we can sort it by document number. That'll sort it even nicer. So report, record sort expert, that sorts it out for you. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna group by the customer, report, group expert. I'm gonna report, group by card name, okay. Boom, now we have all of this information. What I'll do is, my best practice here is I will go with the header and I will move that over a little bit to the left. Then I'm gonna take all of these fields here, slide them down. We won't use the page header, we'll suppress it. But what we're gonna do is we are going to report, group expert here, sales analysis options. We're going to repeat group header on each page. So it's gonna repeat it. So now it's gonna look like this. Gonna look here, type. Does these have none? These must have none. 160, 112. 160, 112 here. Oh, so it actually literally has no name. Okay, so that's funny. I don't think that pulls from that anyway. So anyway, that's just the record set. You can get rid of those. So there's quite a few customers in here. We can see that this isn't wide enough. We'll move this wider here. We can even make this the width of the whole thing just to be safe. So you see all these doc totals. You can say keep groups together, group expert, group by, options, keep group together, push OK, and then you can see that'll fix those orphan records at the bottom. Ooh, nice and slick. Cool. So you can use, you know what we could do? We could use a page header, don't suppress. Let's move this down here. Let's move this here. So this fits here like that. Then let's suppress the report header. What I like to do here is go put a text object, click here. Then I set this to height and width the same, and then 0, 0, and then this becomes the spacer. It's just a weird thing that I do to make sure that those stay the same height. And then we'll say on the page, mix analysis, so that's got a little bit too much height on it. Let's put this up here. Okay, looking good. Oh, because that was blank, I'm gonna put a little bit extra height on there. Okay, looking nice. So that's on every page. Let's see the page 23. You see the total. We can go and we can look in the group footer and we can do a total by, right click, insert summary, and I'm gonna do by the card name. So this will put the total there. What I wanna do is put another line there. Put this one here, so we're gonna move this up a little bit. Put this one here, and we'll go size and position 0. Oops, 0. Okay, let's put this at the same height or same Y position as this one, so it's just super consistent. And then we'll pick this one, and we'll make this one super consistent here. So here. Give it a little bit extra space. A little bit extra space. Okay, let's take a look. So we got these ones. Okay, so there's totals and everything looks really excellent. Of course, the last page is. So let's go report, select formula record. And we're just gonna say card name is not blank. Refresh, so this should get rid of that first one. And that is still orphaned on the last page. You can't really avoid that. It is kind of how it goes, okay? So that just is where it is. If there were less, then it would fit there. It's just kind of weird that it took up the whole thing, so. Full name. So we're going to save that again. Save, escape. You have to close it before you import it into SAP. Modules administration, setup, general, report, and layouts. Then we're going to go to import, next, browse, desktop, sales analysis. It's a report. Put that into sales reports, finish. Close, and then we can go modules, sales, sales report, sales analysis. Woo! I didn't prompt this. Let's go back and fix that real quick. Didn't put the prompts because it was a stored procedure, so I'll re-import that. Sales analysis, open that up. Parameters, we're gonna go from date, so we're gonna say prompt text from date. I forgot about that. Don't even need a space there. Edit. To date, there, save, close, modules administration setup, general, report and layout manager. Then we're going to go import, next, browse, desktop, sales analysis, report, sales, okay, import, it's going to prompt me to override it. Boom, close. Okay, then you go modules, sales, sales reports, sales analysis. So let's go 01, 2000. I don't know what really is there. And then up to October 31st, 2020. And then this will run basically the same thing in here. You can have this also drill down into this customer. You can add whatever you want. This is just a super simple, easy to make stored procedure based query. The query turns into a crystal report, so it links it, and fundamentally it's driven by this SQL. So we made a stored procedure, we use that stored procedure in crystal reports, and using that stored procedure in crystal reports, we formatted it, and then we imported it into SAP Business One. Remember, I was going really fast, and I didn't really explain too much. That's kind of condensing both of my courses, my crystal reports for SAP Business One and my SQL for SAP Business One course, into like a few minutes, or whatever, 20 minutes. 30 minutes, I don't know how long this video is going to be. And so my courses go much more depth into how to use these, the basics of it, how to get started with all these, how to get connected with MS SQL Management Studio, how to get crystal reports, and how to plan out your report and how to get started. So check out www.BattleshipCobra.com for more information, including those courses on Udemy. Helps me out a lot if you buy them, and it will help you out a lot too. It's very inexpensive for the amount of time. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share, and join the notification squad. Click that bell next to the subscribe button, and that will send you an email every time I do a new video. Thank you guys so much. I do new videos weekly at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check out all my other videos. I have other playlists. Go to youtube.battleshipcobra.com. That'll just bring you right to my main page. Check back often. In the description below, put any sort of topics that you would want to see or any comments you have. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. Bye for now.